Hello everyone, it's your boy Efusa, and on this segment we are having our beautiful program which is Everyone Have an Opinion. With me in the studio today, I have my beautiful people, my lovely people. With me sitting here, she can as well introduce herself.
Hi everyone, I'm JC baby.
Hi everyone, I'm Tessie.
Cosmos.
Welcome to today's episode of Everyone Have an Opinion. And today we'll be dealing on a beautiful topic. And I would like you to give your own opinion at the end of this segment. Sit down, relax, and enjoy the show. Thank you very much. And now, today's topic, we'll be discussing about the topic which says, why is it that in America, the black people living there, they are more comfortable when a black person calls them nigger or negro. But they find it not really funny. And then they get really angry when a white person calls them negro. Can you please shed light on this topic, please?
First off, it's because of the history that surrounds this topic. You know, this N-word. Back in the slavery time, it was not a nice thing to call a black person a nigger because it was degrading at some point. And I guess why a black person will accept a black person calling them the N-word is because this is my brother. When a black person says to you, my nigger, it can be my brother, my guy, my friend, my person, you know. But when a white person calls you that, you have to like pause for a minute and be like, yo, no, what is he trying to say? Because there's been an history of when a white person calls you a nigger, what they actually mean when they say that. So I think that's why it's not acceptable for a white person to use the N-word on our people. But I think it's fair if you have white friends. I for one, my husband, he calls me his nigger. And I call my husband my nigger. Yeah, I do this because this is my person. And I know for one, he's not downgrading me. And also, he doesn't mean it from a bad place. So I would accept this from my husband. But definitely for a few friends, maybe a white friend that is very close to me. And then if I would call a white person my nigger, and they'd be like, come on, I'm not black. And then I'd be like, oh, so you mean something about it where you call me my nigger? So definitely, it's a friendly term when it comes from a friend.
Okay.
But from white people, some of them are not friendly. So that's why I think blacks in America would never accept that.
Okay. And before I come to you, please, my sister Jessica.
No, let's bro.
No, I want the ladies to speak first.
Really?
Yes. I want the ladies to speak first.
Oh,
yeah.
really?
Please don't run away from
I
it.
wanted to
Yeah.
hear everybody's opinion.
No, just share yours.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
so like Tessie already said, I feel when a white person calls a black person the N-word, it's not like I'm afraid to say it, just for our viewers' discussion. The N-words, if a white person calls a black person the N-word, it doesn't actually mean at that point to them that they are trying to demean someone or they are trying to downgrade you, but they are just saying something that they do not know anything about. Like they don't know where the word came from. They don't know. So most people who say that are people who are like, oh, we know what it means, but we want to say it. But
Well, you mean, sorry to cut you. You mean the black people or the white people?
I mean the white people. We're talking about.
Yes.
Tessie already said,
Yeah, because
right?
you are contradicting yourself here. You said some of them do not know the meaning. They
Some
just
of them
say
do
it.
not know the meaning. They just say it. But some of them do know the meaning.
Okay.
And when they say it, I think you yourself as a black person will know when this person is like trying to say this just to demand me or trying to like pass my boundaries, you know. I think the reason why me as a black person will allow another black person to call me a nigger is when we have like really built our relationship to the extent that I know the in and out of your living room. I know your house. You know, like I'm not a stranger. Yeah. But if another black person calls me that N-word, I feel a bit attacked. I won't lie. It's like an arrow was shot in my heart.
Yeah, but don't you see the person to be on the same category as you?
I do see the person
Yeah.
to be, I recognize you as a black person, but calling you an N-word cannot also mean that I'm recognizing you
Okay.
to be a black person. Because mind you, there are black people who really know when they say it to another black people, what they are trying to point out, like what they are trying to do.
Okay.
You know? So if a person who I've not known for at least 7-8 years, you can't call me that. Because I will still feel a fresh pain in my heart from you are trying to remind me of where we have been coming from.
Okay.
You know? But if that person is a good friend of mine, I already see what the person is trying. It might be, nigger, wake up. Like, it's like a stamp. Yo, remember where you are. Remember what you are doing. Like, be awake. You know, because the person knows me. The person knows that, oh, Jessie might be doing some type of thing. It's time to, like, call Jessie back so that she can reflect, you know. You know, when a person I know for 10 years do that, but when a person who I do not know for at least 2 years, 1 year, even a month, you can't call me that.
Okay, fair enough.
And on what you just said, yes, I'll come back to you. You said if the person, you've not had a relationship with the person for a longer time, do you mean, if I'm using the word white and black, you know? So we know it's common to distinguish ourselves to the skin color with this, yeah? Do you mean a black fellow or a white fellow? Can you please?
A white person cannot come.
No, I know. You said something like, if you've not had a relationship,
I mean a black person.
Okay, you mean a black person.
I was referring to a black person. Because there are some black people who do know what our ancestors have been through.
But they are in the same category as you.
Yes, that's what I'm explaining to you. There are some black people who are aware, who are 100% aware of the black history. But when they call you that nigger word, you will know that this person is trying to really fuck me up. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You know, when a person who is not close to me for that long calls me that you are disrespecting me, you know, at this point of our conversation, this is not the word you should use because, you know, we have not known ourselves that well. But if a person who I've known for so long says that to me, it feels to me, oh, the person is trying to get my attention for something. But there are black people who use that word just to mess with you. Really.
True.
Even after knowing that, oh, there is an history behind that word.
Yeah.
But they still say it just to bring you down. That are black people.
Okay.
Yeah.
And thank you very much for your opinion. I'll come to you now, because...
Yes, I'm agreeable with you.
Can you please share with us? Yeah.
Yes, please, can you give me the question again?
The question is, why is it in America, it's mostly common in America, you know, in America, the black people, they feel very okay when a black person uses the word nigger or negro for them, and then they don't find it funny, or they get really angry or pissed off when a white person uses the same word on them.
First and foremost, I would say it is okay for black to recognize each other by that name because that is who we are. It's like me telling a fellow blackie, hey, G, my G.
Okay.
You know, my G is acceptable by all blacks. You know, understand that kind of thing. It's a common terms now among we black. So if the blacks in America choose to identify themselves as end with the N word, I don't see anything wrong with that. But say a different race referring to them with that word, which they already know the intention behind that N word that they have used against them before. And now they are saying it. Whether I don't need to know what your intention is. If your intention is good or bad, it's not acceptable because you people, when you guys use it on us, it means something. But now we're using it on ourselves, it means something different totally. We don't call, I cannot go about and call a fellow black slave. You understand?
No. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll let you finish.
I cannot go about calling that like with a negative intention or stuff like that. You know, you're my G, you're my guy. So whatever I call to you, we are of the same race. You understand? Because if I call you that thing, it's like I'm telling it to myself too.
Yeah.
I'm calling you because that is who I am. So it's not, I will see that as an insult to myself. But if a different race come to me and call me that, then I see it as an insult because we know what that word actually means. You know what it means. So you calling it to me, that means you're bringing me back to what, according to what my sister just said, you're bringing me back to our ancestral. Thank you. That was the word I was looking for. Ancestral area. So we don't want to go back there. But if I call you, it's like I'm calling myself the same thing. So for me, I think it's okay for we to refer to ourselves as such, but for others calling us that, no, I don't stand for that.
I'm sorry to cut you. Can I ask you a question? Because you said if a white person calls you a nigger, you feel a type of way.
Yeah.
Yeah? Do you not feel that type of way if a black person calls you that? And why not?
Okay, I just said it now. If a black person referred to me as that, that's who you are too. So you're calling me what you are. You get it? You're saying to me, guy, you are this. You are forgetting that you are the same as me. So I don't see that as an insult. But if a different race call me that and with the N word, you're insulting me. Because you're not of the same race with me. So you're telling me directly to my face that this is who you are. But if a black person call me, I will not take offense. I will not take offense because that is who you are as well.
But we all know how the word nigger spread, right?
Wait, I am coming.
Yeah,
That's
sorry.
what will bring me to my next question. The word nigger or negro. How did this word come about? Can anybody throw light on how it came about? Because sometimes we just talk about it like, okay, our ancestral terms like the far back, that was it. But how did this word come about that we find it really difficult to accept when the white person calls us negro? Can we throw light? Because sometimes maybe some people might not even know the reason why they shouldn't use the N word or to call a black person nigger or negro. Because for them, some people might see a fellow blacks like us saying it to ourselves, nigger, and then they pick it up and then they say it without even knowing the story or the history behind it. Can anyone please throw light on it?
I don't think it's 100%.
Yeah.
But I think I will use the olden days. I think in the olden days, this was the word negro was a way of identifying each other as blacks.
Okay.
So this was okay. I don't know who brought it, but it was okay in the black community. But you know one thing, I'm not going to sound as a racist, even though this is going to come off as me being a racist towards the white community. One thing the white people knows how to do is they can take your joy and turn it to your sadness. So from black people identifying like this, they decide to use it like, okay, since they're already calling themselves niggers, so let's address them as niggers, but in a more degrading way, like in the most stupidest way ever. Let's put it like that. So they started calling, if they want to call for slaves, they just say, bring that Negro, send the Negro to do the hard job, send the Negro to do this, It became something that they polluted from what it originally was made. When people make a sign like a code, like a bro code or a cis code, then it's between brothers to use this code because we see ourselves as brothers or as sisters. But when somebody takes this code and makes something dangerous from it, it becomes a problem. Because now, you as a black person, to be honest, maybe in the olden days, a black person to call a black person a nigger, they have to think twice because the white community have polluted this word. But looking far now from where we are, I am so glad that we found a way to use this word in the purpose it was made of at first, which is recognizing ourselves as brothers. Because I will call my G, that's my nigger, that's my dude, I will say it, or my girlfriends. I used to even use the word my negress for women. I'd be like, she's my negress, like that's me saying, I have with this person deep. This person is my person. Yeah. So same thing with guys. When I say that person is my nigger, it means I am riding with this person, I'm effing with this person, and this person is my person. So I think the main purpose this word was created was for black people to recognize themselves in a foreign land as at that time. And also the main reason it became a thorn in the flesh was because the white people polluted this word. That's what.
Because it's like you have something to say regarding this.
No, I'm with her because she just said it all. The white actually polluted the word. Negro, as we all know, is supposed to mean a kind of a color thing. It means black, not something. I want to say something offensive to us, but later the whites polluted the word, turned it into something that it's not supposed to be. Now, that is why we are not accepting them calling us that, because that was not our intention. When we call ourselves, we don't have that intention or motive towards ourselves by saying, this is my nigger or this is my negro, whatever, But to them, it was something else. Then they turned it and they polluted it. So I will not accept it. Come anytime, any season, anywhere, that a white person call me such a name.
Even a close white friend?
Never.
But my husband called me that.
Okay, that I was really wanting to address it. Why would you accept that for him to call you that?
Because my husband is my person. He's my friend. He's not an outsider.
So that means you don't see the color?
No. For me, I'm colorblind.
Are you telling me now, directly now, that the way they accept your husband in this system is the same way they accept you?
I'm going to answer that. I don't really care about this system because my husband is not the system.
The white is the white and the black is the black.
My husband is my husband.
No matter how much you think or paint it up, I don't know, colorful it or whatever, beautify it, he's still a white man. Get that right.
He is.
And then you are a black person.
That's true.
And he calls you the N-word.
Yeah.
And you are comfortable with that.
Yes, I am, because it's also my...
because that one is between them.
Yeah, like I said, he's my person.
She's free to...
No,
she's free to accept the name she wants to accept.
You can call her whatever name, pet name, that's between. Yeah. But how would you feel, or how do you think someone else out there will feel your husband addressing you as that?
Why would someone out there...
I don't know, it's like a pet name to you, right?
No, it's not a pet name. It's my G. Like I just explained from the beginning, I use the nigger for my guys. So it means somebody...
I know where she's driving to.
Yeah.
The thing
My question is, what about if she's in public and your man calls you such a name?
It does that.
Yes.
What do you think? How do you think someone else
will feel? It is left for her to react the way she wants to react.
But the problem is I don't even think about those people because those people are not in my relationship.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah, it is left for you to react because for the fact that he's not saying it to someone else outside, an outsider.
No.
Yes. No, I know what you're driving at.
If your man can say that to you out there, don't you think it's even making it comfortable for other persons to call you such?
Maybe the person should try.
And then see her reaction.
And see what's happening next.
You understand?
My husband is my person. It's like you.
Husband. Yeah.
You are here now. And you are a friend of mine, and you can use the N-word on me. My husband, we've been in a relationship for years. So it comes to a point where I don't just see him as a white man I got married to. I see him as my husband. Exactly. So he is my person. I even call my husband my nigger. He's not black, but I call him my nigger. And he doesn't find it offensive. And sometimes when he behaves...
That's black in you now. Don't you think that's black in you? That's what makes you call him your nigger. But it's not calling you a nigger.
Yeah, but he is my dude.
He's husband, but I think you...
But for me, this is what I see the N-word as. I use it for my person, my dudes.
Yeah.
I can't just see somebody walking on the street, a black guy, and be like, nigga, what's up? I can't do it. You have to be my person. You have to be a friend. You have to be somebody in my corner for me to use the word my nigger. And my husband is my person. He is in my corner. And I don't see him as, oh, I got married to a white man. I see him as my friend because I know he's respectful. And I know he's not going to use the N-word in a way that is downgrading me.
Yeah. How would you tell? How would you know which one is downgrading and which I don't understand?
You can tell by the person being your person.
Yeah. Exactly.
You can tell.
Okay,
if it's a person.
Would you call me the N-word with a motive, like in a bad way of calling me a slave?
If I call you at the N-word, how would you know what motive?
I am asking you now because
I can go about see a fellow black person. I always say, hey, what's up, nigga? Hey, what's up, nigga?
Yeah,
so
I don't have to know you or not.
On what motive? That's the question.
It's not just a word.
Wait. It's like, it's a way of greeting.
It's not just,
I can't know people like that.
No, in America, they do it. Hey, what's up, nigga? How you doing, nigga?
Because it is kind of the part of their
not to them.
Yeah.
It's a way of greeting for them. They don't see anything wrong with it. I don't have to know you before I say good morning to you.
But for me, you have to know me for you to call me the N-word. Yeah.
As a black person.
As a black person, be you black, white person, don't. If you are my friend as a white person, I'm saying this, like I have white friends and we are so cool. I would even call you, hey nigga, what's up? What are you up to? And it's not left for you if you're bold enough to repeat it. But even if you repeat it, I'm not going to fight about it. I'm just going to keep the conversation going because you are my person. So, but another person, be you black, be you white, and you just see me for the first time, you be like, nigga, what's up? I'm going to take a pause. I'm going to look at you. and be like, you don't know me and you're not supposed to say my nigger, because to me,
You're not
I shouldn't say,
close.
exactly. I made this thing in my head so perfect that I use it for my friends.
Yeah.
So if we are not close,
There should be
the
a
N word
closeness, yeah.
shouldn't come in first
Yeah.
for you when you see me. You can say every other thing or call me by my name, even my government given name, my first name, my last name, but not the N word. Be you black or white?
But I just said something that there are places it's normal. It's like greeting. Are you telling me that if I say good morning to you, you won't respond to it because I don't know you? I
N
don't have
word
to
and
greet you?
good morning is not the
They are
same.
Wait,
They are two
I
different
just
things.
said like
Yeah.
most people go about and say, "What's up, my nigga?" Or "What's
Yeah,
up,
you
nigga?"
can say,
See,
you can use the WhatsApp.
What's
No,
up,
she
nigga?
said something
Yeah.
depending on the relationship you have with the person. Like for me, it's the same as I am. If I don't know anybody, whether you're black or whichever color, I just cannot come to you and say nigger because I don't know how you're going to react. There should be a closeness and intimacy between us
Yeah, like
for
a
me to use
friendship.
to feel comfortable because I know the story behind it. You understand?
But we're not talking about we here now. We are talking about the ones we're talking about. The Americans. How come the black Americans accept this word to themselves?
Yes, it's the same thing
we
we're
all
saying.
know that they see it as a way of greeting. They accept it.
You see, even in
They
what
haven't
we're
said
You
saying,
are saying Americans are accepting it.
Yeah,
Americans.
the
are
black
accepting
Americans
it.
accepted the word to themselves. Yeah,
But do you know in America, black people call white people nigger, and you do not accept it.
Yeah, they do.
black people call white
Yes,
people.
in some
yeah,
parts.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Some
In
parts,
America,
yeah.
it's a greeting, like you said.
Yeah.
So when they are walking on the streets, they
Yeah,
are telling
you see-
everybody
you
nigger,
see- you
nigger,
see-
nigger,
you see one
It is because they are from the streets. That's why I feel.
You-
But when you go to a home that is really built, you know these people have
white,
a family,
like
they
a
have
really
gold.
white home. Let's put it
No,
like that.
no,
The
no. I'm
whitest
talking
of
about
the
black
whitest
person.
home.
In
Yeah.
a black home, you go in America, that word cannot be said amongst them.
themselves.
Yeah, that's true.
yeah.
There are other black people that feel, no, you have said it too much now, you need to chill. Even when we have been friends for way too long. There is also a concept of it where you tell my nigga, what's up? Okay, give a reaction, what's up? But when I tell you, fuck you, nigga, you will feel threatened.
Exactly. I was about to say that.
It is the way of, they don't just say it around there in America, fuck you, nigga, what's up, nigga? No. They know also that, oh, I've said it too much, maybe I should chill. Or what of the people that do not know that they need to chill? I have a problem. I do not, see, let me tell you, now that we are, let's say if we do not look about racism or the
Yeah.
slavery history, hell yeah, I will let a white person call me a nigger.
Of course.
Because if I write it out, it is just a word.
Yeah.
But if I place that word in my heart, back from the history, I will feel really attacked. I will feel demeaned. I will
course.
feel humiliated.
Of course.
I will feel I do not count at that point.
Yeah.
But if that black slavery thing were not there, of course, call me a nigger if you want to, because
black.
it is just a word.
Yeah.
You are recognizing me and I love it.
Yeah.
But there is an history behind it.
Yeah,
And white
that's why.
people using it feels like a temperament.
Yeah.
Feels like they are stepping on your toes. They want
okay.
to they want give you suppression upon suppression.
Yeah, but the truth of the matter is, even the white people were generalizing. I said something just now. Some of them, they don't even know the history behind it. You understand?
That's the truth.
Yeah, they don't know it.
Yeah.
Some of them, they just feel like, okay, it's a word. Like if you want to be a gangster, because they think black people are gangsters, so that's why they use the word nigger. So they want to belong to show like, oh, they're also gangsters. Then they will come up with, hey, nigga, yo, nigga. I was in a club in Austria years ago, and someone came. I never knew the guy. The guy just came, hey, nigga, you know, and was giving me a hand. Hey, nigga, what's up, nigga? I gave him a hand back, but deep down, I was like, this friend doesn't know the story behind this nigga. If you
It's
know
just
it,
they talk
if you
because,
know
yeah,
it,
for
yes,
television.
if you know it, you will not come to me as a
Yeah.
black person to tell me, what's up, nigga?
But you should have put the person right. Someone
It was in the club.
In the club, in the club. The reason why I refused to put him
him
right, in the first place, we were not friends.
Yeah.
So I cannot advise him because I don't even know him. Whether he knows it or he doesn't know, I don't know. You understand? But sometimes I let him go. Maybe he will meet someone else and then the person will tell him, or maybe if he's having a friend, maybe the friends will educate him like, oh, you see that word, don't say it. You understand? Because
That's if
there's a
he's
deep
lucky.
story.
You see,
There's
Because
a deep
they
story
feel boss-
behind
they
it.
feel
this
boss
thing
him
we-
out.
of course,
Yes.
we're still talking about.
Yes.
It's okay for do you know it's okay for the what's it called the Mexicans to call those guys nigger. They don't pick offense if
The
someone
Caucasians.
no, not the Caucasians. We
Caucasians,
don't
yeah.
accept it from the Caucasians.
No.
Okay.
But we are okay with it when Mexicans
And
or
because I think so-
those from the what's it called
like
the
the-
Chilis,
yeah,
South
I
Americans.
understand
yeah.
that.
The Dominicans.
No, the Mexican that are saying it, they are from streets now.
Yeah, no.
Not just from the streets.
My boss,
They will
if
tell
he's
you, the Mexican will tell you,
Mexican,
I'm a Mexican,
fear
I'm calling
say,
a nigga.
He will tell you also he's a nigga. He will tell you he's a
He
nigga.
also is a
He will tell you he's a
nigga.
nigga. Yes. Yes, they will tell you. He says he's a nigga
It's
also.
the Caucasians.
It's
If you
not-
come to think about it, it's the Caucasians actually that are careful with that word because they know it's offensive to us.
Yes.
But every other people outside the Caucasians, they feel
Yeah,
comfortable
but the
because they know
truth
they're not
the truth of
offending
the
us.
matter is, look at the story. A lot of them, they are from the slavery. You understand?
Yeah.
So a lot of them, they migrated, and then that was how their lineage started, and then when you say something, they will tell you deep down they have a black person that they came
family.
from. You
No,
understand?
sisters.
You understand?
Okay.
So
But I'm gonna
that's why
tell
they don't
you
associate
something.
themselves to be Caucasians.
Yeah.
They tell you, I'm a nigger also.
I'm gonna say something. You see this word nigger, yeah? Let's say, because you guys said it was like a person who started saying it to recognize black people.
Yeah.
I want to tell you a story. Now, let's say we are all here now. We are all black people, yeah. And a white person comes. You have not heard of the word before, nigger. And a white person comes and call you nigger. Why we? Four of us, we are just here, black person. Who do you think is creating awareness for that name?
It's us.
It is we black people.
Yeah.
So why do we black people have an issue with it being called to us?
But
We
it's
said
just-
it
we just said
already.
It's
No,
not
no,
the same thing you started
You know
with.
why I'm saying this?
Yes,
Because
what's
I
the name?
actually saved a video on Instagram that
Yeah.
I wanted to share with you. It is just your reaction. I will not explain,
Yeah.
but you have to watch the video and understand what it means. So I really saved it for this conversation. So let me really show you. You're going to see it. So see, you guys come together now.
You heard him?
Wait.
Is this not roots?
No. Wait.
How you doing, sir? Nigga.
You hear?
Yeah.
Okay, watch now.
You heard him?
You heard that? No?
Hey, yo, what you just called? What's up, nigga? You don't get to call me yet, boy. You don't get to
No, keep watching. Keep watching.
Look. You don't think I know what I'm doing? Huh? I'm doing this for us. Think about it. If we take back the word, it don't harm us no more. That's the stupidest shit I've ever heard, nigga.
Because they're calling him back, and he's calling him back nigger.
And how you saw him said it to him,
Yeah.
that's how he started saying it to everybody.
Everybody. Yeah. Okay.
Now you get what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Now we black people, then they spread the word. Okay, white people were calling us nigger to diminish us.
Yeah.
But why we black people feel it is so prideful, like you don't get pride. They don't use this word, say diminish you already, take bring you down, take step on your toes, take pour you drink on you, and you feel it's very comfortable to call another black person.
Okay, let me say this to you. Listen, because of the content where this word was created from, it was for us to get to know ourselves,
Ourselves.
to associate with ourselves. And now, something that brings pleasure, just because somebody spat on it, doesn't mean that it doesn't bring pleasure anymore.
Yeah.
So the only thing you need to do now be say, that spat when they spat on Anna, now to either see whether you feel safe or you feel wipe
Up and
am.
off.
So now when the black community think after everybody don't grumble like, oh, why these people they do and why they go come in, then they come see and say, okay, it's the white people that are now the bad eggs. You understand?
Yeah.
So we not go accept them from white
them.
community. We go only let our brothers and sisters
that.
know they realize ourselves like that. That's what I
And
think.
that was the reason why it started in the first place. Just for us to
Identify ourselves as black.
You understand?
We
As
accept it
blacks.
we are
You understand?
black,
So
nigger, negro,
that was it.
You know?
But my question is, what we're talking about is far long ago. Why is it that it still stays thing today? Why is it that we refuse to let this thing go off?
You're a black man, you know why.
I know what you are trying to ask. Like why the history still they follow us, they come.
Not the history part.
Which thing?
No, because the truth of the matter is, if we have to say, okay, the history, a lot of us will not try to associate ourselves with the white people, the Caucasians, or other breeds outside the black. And you see today, a lot of us were married to white people. We live in their countries, we do a lot of things with these people. But when they call us that name, nigger, negro, we get really furious and get angry. But don't you think it's our time we let this thing go off? I know the history, you cannot erase the history, but the way we see the name, the temperaments that go with it when they call us this name, can't this one just be off?
The thing is, I don't think we should let it off. Sometimes people will say people have slave mentality.
Yeah.
The thing is, I'm sorry to use the word, majority of white people are dumb. They think book-wise they are smart and this and that, but they are really dumb.
I get what actually this.
Yeah. If we let it go, we will regret ever letting it go. Because these people think they're smarter than you. First thing they see a black person, they think, oh, dumb monkey. They think we are stupid just by looking at our color. They think we are dumb. And they are the dumb ones. You want to use our slangs, but you want to use it against us.
Yeah.
We come into your community, your country, and we try to follow everything. We even integrate. We try to do everything. And we see you people and we don't just say, oh, this thing is... If I taste a blood soup, the first thing that comes to mind is such a white person. But I'm not going to say it to you like, oh, this food tastes like a white person made it. Because I know it's not polite, it's not nice. But then, when it turns, they just say, oh, they are blacks.
We black people, we have courtesy. Yeah?
Exactly. So,
we get
Yes, they complain about the cooking and the cheese they eat. Some of them, I want to throw up from it. But I have to put it together and also still be like, oh, this is their food. This is something they eat. And it's not nice for me to start doing my nose like this.
Of course.
To start going like this.
That's how we were raised.
Exactly. We were raised to be polite and to be kind. Yeah. It's only when people start being unkind, that's when we say, okay, this is where we call the line. Yeah, so for me, we shouldn't let it go. It's okay if you have a sensible white person who won't downgrade you or make you feel a little bit not in par with them. But should we just let it go and let every white person go running in the street and calling everybody nigger? It's not going to work. So it's not going to work.
Yeah. So,
all right. For me, my wife, she has never used the word nigger or negro, and I am sure she will not also use it because me, I will not take it. Yeah, I can take it from a black person. So wherever you are as a white person, I'm not going to take it.
Okay.
So I think that's where we are rounding up the show today. So please go to the comment section, share your view. Just anything you have inside, let it out. What do you think about it? Is it nice for us as black people, black community, to accept the name from the white community or other cultural people or other race? Share your views, okay? We're waiting for you, and then we'll respond to it. Thank you on today's episode.
Thank you for joining.
Thank you for joining. We love you. See you next session.